get some lights on out here. Alright, welcome back everyone. We're out here, a chilly day. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that range. Middle of the week somewhere. We got a little project we're gonna work on. We got the privateer out here behind the square body. But what we got is some decoys and stuff left in here. We got one more hunt left of the season, but I got a plotter I want to mount. I'm either gonna mount it flat in here, or I'll probably end up just building a little bracket on an angle that'll angle up to me to keep the glare off of it. And I think we'll mount it to this. We might glass it into it so it looks smooth and clean. And then we're gonna test our switch panel down here, see what all works, and we'll box up this, maybe give it away or something. If anybody's interested in one of those, let me know. It still works. It's got temperature, fish finder, all that stuff on it. Transducer's still on the back of the boat for it, so it's still in good shape. We'll mount the new one there. But found a leftover piece of plywood in the back of the Colorado when I was cleaning out, so I think I'm gonna use it for a form for this so I can glass over it. But I need to get the chart plotter out, take some measurements of this to the floor, and I'm gonna try to throw it together just to finish out the season nice and safe. And ain't nothing to it but to get to it. So let's see if this battery's holding charge. Surely appears to be. So probably put a maintainer on it just so we know we're ready for the last day. We got our little clamp on lights. You know how this thing works. Tell you what, keeping this thing under a lean-to definitely has helped. I'm gonna probably throw a couple more divers in on top of this. We got a couple little swan decoys in there, but I need to get this done tonight. At least formed up and maybe a layer of glass over it. We got some heat over in the shed, so we should be able to get some stuff laid out on it. So I'm gonna get a speed square tape measure and pencil and see what we can figure out. We'll catch back in a few. Quick little update of what we got. Some old scrap lumber. It's just some 5/4 deck board. Cut our bevel to fit our floor. Scrap plywood, as we can see clearly. Took some just rough cuts on the inside there, trying to catch that bevel. Got that lip on the bottom right here we have to match it to. Only thing I'm seeing we have left is kind of see right there, it's hitting in the middle. We marked that. We're gonna sand that out, and then other side don't look too bad. Might take notch that corner out a little bit to fill that too, but overall I think we got a spot for our blind bag now. Sand that out, and we're gonna cut this to fit our plotter, and hopefully have enough room for our switch panel somewhere or the other. You know, you don't know where it's gonna fit with the plotter in here too. I'm hoping we can just put everything on this side, or maybe just dead middle. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go get the plotter and lay out the markings and see where everything ends up, and we'll catch back up in a few. Well, since we're gonna glass this in, we tried to get everything at least flush or just below flush. So we're gonna come back and sand all these edges. Got a little lip right here we gotta try to sand off on this edge. But like I said, we're trying to get everything flush or just below, so we can put some resin on it, fill it in. Got everything on the front. Just got little boards on the inside, little scrap pieces just to hold everything together. But our switch panel has like 2, maybe 2.5. You know, it's only like 69% good to go. So we're just gonna go ahead and buy another one tomorrow probably, and then we'll come back and cut this out. But I think tonight we're gonna try to go ahead and shape this up so that tomorrow all we have to do is cut that side, and we can lay some glass across all of this and get some resin on it, and hopefully by Friday we'll be able to sand it smooth and lay a coat on it, now we have a plotter on it. So as we're sitting right here, it's kind of hard to tell, but you know, be using the tiller handle back here, and we'll be able to see our plotter easily. It's on a little slight angle, so hopefully it keeps the glare off. But we'll still be able to be in reach of the buttons, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing finished up. Maybe go out and plot some stuff this weekend, weather dependent of course. But you see here we cut our angle on it so it fit tightly there, angle there, and an angle there. That one's pretty tight, it's just a junk block that happened to be close. But I think that's going to be good enough for now. We'll go in, sand it up, and come back tomorrow and see where we get to. Alright, we got this all pretty smooth down. We're gonna step outside here. I don't know if y'all can see that too good. We are gonna step outside, blow it all off, give it a little wipe down, and probably come drape some plastic back over this table saw here and use this as our stand, since we can kind of level it up. We're gonna try to throw a layer of glass over it right quick and call it a night. Back out here with the little mount we got some resin we put on it, try to smooth it out some. Got to do a little more cleaning up, but a little strip peeled out there. I'm gonna put some Bondo in it, fill these cracks on the Bondo, little hole there before we do our final glass on it. But since that switch panel was bad, we got a C-choice one. We got it measured out on the back side, drill the holes in the corner. What we'll do is we'll touch the skill saw down on these, and where we don't finish it to the corners, we'll come back with the jigsaw and tighten it up. We got the red power, a little slide on it, mark it there, and got our black, which is our transducer, a little slot there. What we have is just a little switch panel, C choice I believe it is, and a C choice push-pull switch. Pull it on, and I think our first one should be our GPS or our chart plotter. So while that's powering up, we're gonna come back here and check the other ones. Should be bilge. Yep, that's working. I think this should be our courtesy lights. Yep, those are working. And this one is actually our power port, but I don't have a charge out here to test on it, so let's call it good. And there is some wires in here. I think we're gonna put some wrap around just to protect, and might put a board right here to block it off. But for now, oh, I messed up and I cut that one off. And it looks like we got it on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go in here for the morning. And we're gonna come down here to settings. I think it's under system, sound and display, backlight, and we're gonna go ahead and bring it on down. I think we're at about 30% there, so might try 40. So we're gonna leave it at 40 for now because we know we're gonna be dimmed out in the morning. And come back down here, cut it off. I'll wait about, I don't know, about 10 seconds. We're gonna cut it back on. Probably wasn't 10 seconds, but we'll see if it flashes back on bright or not. Yep, looks like it came back on, dimmed out. I'm not sure how dark we're gonna need it, but I can tell you this, we can try this. Oh, bilge, do our lights. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Some little courtesy lights here. We do have the battery charger in here, just topping it off for the morning. And we can see our plotter is pretty nice. I think we're actually gonna go back on it. And let's go to not a combo, but actual navigation chart. Yeah, so now we can actually see pretty good view. It's not a split screen like I'd run in the daytime, just checking out stuff as we ride along. But for now, we have our courtesy lights, deck lights, whatever you want to call them. We have some of those in here. And I did this one facing that way so that when I'm turning on, letting people come in, it's not shining straight back at me, but it also shines that way and still gives a little to the back of the boat. So I think overall it's pretty good. And I think we're gonna power back up here. Yep, so now if we want to leave it on like that, we can also just come up here and hit our main power, and it shuts everything off. And then when I pull it back on, the light will automatically come on, and the plotter should too. So I think overall the box is all right. Probably gonna paint this a little more and try to touch up around it, but it turned out okay for right now. I think we might have to find us a little cup holder to mount right here on the front. Don't mind that. The paint was a little wet on the bottom side when I picked it up. So for now, we're gonna leave it like it is, and we're gonna go inside, and we got a solid 9 o'clock. We gotta be up there to pick the guys up around 5:15 up in Barco, meet up at Kevin's. So So I think for now we're gonna swap trucks. So we got some cab space, throw a couple more life jackets in and the paddle, so we're all legal for the Coast Guard if they check us, or Fish and Wildlife, whatever. But we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next project. We got plenty of them sitting around here. So until the next one, peace out. Get out there and get something done.